Hello everyone, so today I will be talking about why I think the debate between who's better, Messi or Ronaldo, is officially over. So I know that for years this debate has been going on between who's better, Messi or Ronaldo, and I think that this debate can be put to bed finally. So as all of you probably know, just a couple of months ago Messi won and lifted the World Cup, the biggest trophy in all of sports. With Argentina, of course, and so he became the first. They became the first Argentina team since Maradona won it to win the World Cup, and Ronaldo was knocked out pretty early on and was even benched a couple of games for Portugal, which is not a good sign. However, I don't think that the World Cup is the only reason why Messi should be known as the only GOAT of soccer or football. I think there are many other reasons, and I'll get to each one in this video. So first, I think that Ronaldo's club performance in the past couple of years has been subpar, especially compared to Messi. Even though I know that Messi is playing in an easier league in the French league, or is playing in an easier league compared to Ronaldo when he was still in the Premier League, I think that the differences in stats is way too large. And I know that Ronaldo is 38 years old, about 3 years older than Messi. However, I think that this age difference isn't the only reason why Ronaldo is playing bad. So when we look at Messi's stats this season, in 15 matches he has 8 goals and 10 assists for PSG in Liga 1 or Liga 1, and in the Champions League this season he has 4 goals in 5 matches. And so even though we say that the French league is not a very tough league, especially when you play on PSG and you get a lot of easy opportunities, we can see that Messi is also performing incredibly well in the Champions League with the 4 goals in 5 matches that he has. And in addition, like I just mentioned, he was the player of the tournament for the World Cup, and he helped his team win the World Cup as well. And he was second only to Mbappe in the Golden Boot by 1 goal, I believe. I think Messi had 6 and Mbappe had 7 or something like that. And so even at his age, at 35, Messi has been able to do these things. And so I think this is another reason why he's the GOAT. When we look at Ronaldo's stats, actually before we get to that, as you probably know as well, because this made big news, just as big as Messi winning the World Cup, to be honest, was the news that Ronaldo went to Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. And so when we think of players that go to Saudi Arabia, we usually think of people that are not at their prime. They're like Xavi went to Saudi Arabia, I'm pretty sure, or like Iniesta went to Japan because he was older, and Beckham went to like the MLS, and Zlatan went to the MLS, things like that, because they get older and they just kind of want to retire and take it easy in a much easier league than playing in the top leagues of Europe. But for Ronaldo, this kind of came out of nowhere, because just a couple months prior he was playing at Manchester United, and the season before at Manchester United he had 18 goals and 3 assists in 30 matches. And so it seemed like he was far from being washed and wanting to go to such an easy league. However, in the 10 matches that he played for Manchester United this season, he's only had 1 goal, but he's also had 2 goals and 2 assists in 6 matches for the Europa League this season as well for Manchester United before he transferred to Al Nassr. So do I think that all of this is Ronaldo's fault? Definitely not. I think that Ronaldo will make a comeback and go back to Europe after he proves that he is still capable of scoring at least a lot of goals and still being a top player at Al Nassr, because he has a clause in his contract that will allow him to do this before the season is up. And so I think that next season he'll stay at Al Nassr, I think, for like the remainder of this season, and then starting next season he'll probably go back to Europe and play for a team in one of the top 5 major leagues, I would think, and he'll be able to prove himself in Al Nassr without so much media attention constantly on him. So like I was saying, I do not think that Ronaldo's performance was all due to him being old and not being a top player anymore. I think it was mostly due to the terrible organization of Manchester United and the terrible decisions of their manager, Ten Hag. So I do not think that he was playing him very well, and he was benching him even during points where he should not have been benched. Like I said, he was carrying the team last season with 18 goals in 30 matches. And so I wasn't sure why this disrespect for Ronaldo even started in the first place. However, that is the reality. These stats are the reality, and this is what Ronaldo is putting up, unfortunately for him. And this helps Messi's case for being the greatest of all time in soccer. Definitely, because if Ronaldo was playing at a top level, even if Messi had won the World Cup, but if Ronaldo had gone to like the quarterfinals or met him in like the final and lost or something like that, I don't think that it would be so clear cut that Messi has now overtaken Ronaldo to be the greatest of all time in soccer. While things do look pretty clear cut now, I know how hard of a worker Ronaldo is. You know, we've seen it documented many times over the years of how hard he just works. And I know how much he wants to win everything that he can. And so it wouldn't honestly surprise me if he, you know, at like 42 years old went to like another World Cup. Now, I don't think he's going to win, right? Because I don't think Portugal is a very good team. And I don't think a 42-year-old Ronaldo is going to have like the willpower to carry them through all those tough matches that you play in the World Cup. Maybe he'll retire even, you know, before that. However, even if he does win, like, you know, another major trophy in a major league, I think that the gap between him and Messi might close. But I think at this point, Messi has kind of run away with the GOAT debate, especially after winning the World Cup and how he's performed in the World Cup. Because honestly, the Argentina team that he won the World Cup with is basically nothing without him. I mean, when looking at the other teams that were favorites in the World Cup, Brazil, France, you know, Germany got knocked out early, Spain, they had so much talent. And teams like that, when you compare them, even Croatia, I think, had more overall talent than Argentina did. When looking at those teams and looking at how they beat France, definitely the best team in the tournament in terms of their players, is incredible. And it was all because basically of Messi with his offense, and then their goalkeeper Martinez with his you know, just goalkeeping and being amazing. And definitely the goalkeeper of the tournament, well deserved of that as well. But I think Messi just being able to lead such a subpar, you know, team was so impressive that him winning the World Cup, even if him winning the World Cup didn't solidify him as the greatest player ever, him winning it in the way he did, and by leading his team and by scoring 6 goals in however many matches he played, and getting all those assists and being the man of the tournament and just carrying them on his back, was definitely the solidifier and showed the world why he can now rest and be known as the GOAT of soccer, in my opinion at least, and in the opinion of many others. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I just wanted to make this video because I wanted to talk about this for a long time. I've just been very busy, and now that I'm, you know, able to make videos a lot more, I want to talk about this. And I thought that today was a great opportunity to do so because you know, not a lot of NBA action has happened to where I want to talk about it. And so I thought, you know, I'd switch it up. I made a couple of soccer videos in the past. I wanted to do some more soccer videos. And so here's another one for you guys. And I wanted to just, like I said, talk about this real quick. I love Ronaldo. I love Messi. I love both of them. And for me, I think that we should, you know, just appreciate both of them being the 2 best players for like the past 15 years. And then winning a combined, I think, 12 Ballon d'Ors, which is ridiculous. It's never going to happen, and it's never happened before, and it's, I don't think, ever going to happen in any other sport in history. and so I think that we should just appreciate them more so than compare them. However, the reality, in my opinion, is that Messi is the better, has had the better career and is the better player than Ronaldo. But I think Ronaldo is quite possibly the greatest goal scorer in the history of soccer. And even if his records do get beaten, which I think Messi might overtake his goal scoring and assist records, his goal scoring record, I think that he's still one of the, I think the greatest goal scorer in soccer history. So I just wanted to make this quick video, and that does it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.